4, 3, 2.
Yes, welcome to another episode of the H Metro Show, where when the streets are talking, we'll be recording. And today, I've got a special guest who is the Chief Staff Officer of the Press and Public Relations of Zimbabwe Republic Police. He's also the National Police Spokesperson, Commissioner Paul Nyathi. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Nyamero.
Okay, Commissioner, now takupinda maholiday. Asi toda kutenda zvikuru nebasa rakaitwa nevakomana vehomicide paWarren Park apa rekubata ma-armed robbers. Vanhu vazhinji vari kufara, ndanga ndichipiwa mameseji nevanhu vakawanda zvikanzi no basa iri rinenge rine njodzi dzakanyanya. Vari kuzvifambisa sei vakomana?
Thank you very much, Mr. Nyamero. Tinotenda. You know, policing is not a simple activity. Policing is risky. Policing is expensive. I definitely want to appreciate the support which the Zimbabwe Public Police is getting from Zimbabweans. And also to reiterate what was said by the Commissioner General of Police last week. Remember, we lost 2 police officers in Masvingo recently. We've lost other officers over the years. And we have said, and we'll continue to say it, where criminals, particularly armed robbery suspects, decide to be confrontational, decides to exchange fire with the police officers, yet they know very well they have committed criminal activities, the law will take its course without fear or favor, and the Zimbabwe Republic Police will respond appropriately so that we don't compromise on the safety of Zimbabweans. We don't compromise on the safety of police officers as they tackle these armed robbery cases.
Yes, police message. The message is quite clear. They do not compromise. Okay, yes, Commissioner, what message can you give to the members of the public? Now we are on the Easter holidays. Some are traveling, coming into the country. Some are going out of the country. Some visiting around the country. What is your message to the members of the public?
You know, it's unique in the sense that Zimbabweans are commemorating the Easter holiday. At the same time, we then move into the commemorations of the country's 46th independence anniversary. What it means, we want Zimbabweans to prioritize their safety. Those who will be traveling, whether within the country or those going outside the country, to make sure that in whatever one is doing, they observe the country's road rules and regulations, they observe the country's laws, and above all, to be alert. The public should feel free to report anyone engaged in criminal activities. The public should not move around large sums of money. And for those who will be moving on the roads, let us make sure that the vehicles which are moving, they are certified fit to be carrying people. They are certified fit to be traveling from one town to another.
Oh yes, Commissioner. There's a movement of people, especially transporters. We hear reports that there will be some smuggling of goods and of illegal smuggling of goods, and as well as human trafficking. What message can you tell to the transporters during these holidays?
Zimbabweans should adhere to the country's custom and exercise regulations in terms of importing goods, in terms of exporting goods. The police is having an operation which we are conducting in conjunction with the other security services, targeting all the country's points of entry and exit, be it Bedbridge border post, be it Chirundo, be it Nyamapanda, be it Forbes, so that we curb some of the smuggling activities which are being done by transporters. Transporters across the board. You are very right, Ms. Nyamero. Transporters, you see buses, these cross-border buses that are involved. You see these haulage trucks that are involved, these smaller cars that are involved. And we are also warning the syndicates. Some of these syndicates would try even to rope in members of the security services, members of the police, to be involved in smuggling. And it's not only just about smuggling foodstuffs or clothes. We also have drugs being smuggled into the country. Just imagine. Mm-hmm. And in the process, it affects the safety and the well-being of Zimbabweans.
Yes, you have talked about the smuggling of illicit drugs and what measures are being put in place to maybe to safeguard members of the public in terms of drug and substance abuse in the country.
Various measures, Ms. Nyamaro, are being implemented by the police. We have decentralized the activities of the CID drugs and narcotics team, and we are now monitoring the way some of the goods are coming. Just imagine, people are bringing in drugs under the guise of importing blankets. Yes. People are bringing in drugs under the guise of importing flour. Just imagine where they put drugs among the packaging. If even the so-called potato chips or the zepi, you now have people bringing these things as if they're bringing in foodstuffs or clothes. Then we also have this trend where the packaging, they are using even the shangan bags. They are now using even the cardboard boxes, to pretend as if they are bringing something where at the end of the day they are deceiving the country's law enforcement agencies. So the Zimbabwe Republic Police is aware of these devious means. That's why we are saying we have upped the game. We now conduct various activities besides the surveillance, besides stop and search, to monitor how drugs are coming into the country. And remember, the police is also embracing technology. We now also utilize technology to monitor what is happening at the country's points of entry and exit.
To those who would be offenders, kwanzi zviri kuzikanwa nemapurisa kuti muri kuisa madrugs mumakofini, vamwe vacho moputira nemagumbezi, asi havana kupusa saizvozvo, hanzi munobatwa chete. Ndo zviri kutaura commissioner panapa. Okay, commissioner, so what message can you give to the members of the public in terms of reporting drug dealers and the drug bases?
No one is above the law, Mr. Mero. Anyone peddling drugs, anyone trafficking drugs, anyone running a base uko, whether kumamusha kana kumatown, the public should feel free to report. Even kune vanhu vanofamba vachivhundutsira who go around boasting that I will not be arrested. I share the drugs with these police officers. If there are police officers out there who are involved in drug peddling, let us know. And I can assure you, the Commissioner General of Police, the Commissioner General Stephen Mutamba, has got zero tolerance to drug peddling by anyone, including police officers. So the public should report and not be threatened, be harassed by anyone who is peddling drugs. And also, to say, even if it's your relative, even if it's your friend, please report, because the drug menace is affecting the socio-economic activities of the country, is affecting the well-being of Zimbabweans, it's affecting the young, it's affecting adults. So no one is spared from the threats of drugs and substance abuse.
That's very true, Commissioner. Kana usati warwarirwa nevana nenyaya dzemadrugs idzi unoita unge dambe so, but kune vana mbuya, vana sekuru havasi kurara hope, vamwe vachirohwa nevana vanenge vabatwa nemadrugs. So police is saying, kana mangonzwa chete hazvina basa kuti hama yako kana whoever, hanzi reportai kuitira kuti tibatsirane pamwe chete to fight this drug menace. Okay, Commissioner, now tavapa zororo nenguva yemaholidays iwaya. Pane macases akati wandei, Commissioner, rape cases involving relatives. What message can you tell to the families? Because tichabvakachirwa nana sekuru, but vana sekuru vaya unozoona pane tunyanya dzimwe dzacho hadzitombosviki kumapurisa. What message can you say about that?
It's said, Ms. Nyamaro, to be honest, to have rape cases being perpetrated, being committed by some of the trusted people, who include the uncles, who include the nephews, the cousins, particularly when these girls or some of the women have visited. And we have said relatives should not sweep these cases under the carpet. Relatives should not try to negotiate where a rape case has been committed. It's traumatic. It affects even the future marriage of a person, even the future professional standing of a person. But sadly, we still have relatives who believe that once a rape case has been committed, let us negotiate, and then we say people should pay in privately. But the trauma continues. So we are pleading and also warning parents. We are also warning, guardians and other relatives that the law is the law, and the law will take its course without fear or favor on anyone who is either abetting or aiding in the commission of rape cases. So if it's your brother, it's your uncle or a relative who has committed a rape case, let the law take its course, and the public should feel free to report utilizing WhatsApp number 0712 800 197 0712 800 197 or telephone number, the National Community Desk 0242 703 631 0242 703 631. And I also want to reiterate to Zimbabweans that the Zimbabwe Republic Police has got a team which is operating 24 hours to monitor the social media platforms which were available to the public, so that they can instantly report what is happening and for police officers to respond.
That's a very good message, and you have heard from the commissioner giving you the hotline numbers, saying just a report, feel free, do not sweep under the carpet those cases involving relatives because you want to protect them, or probably have been paid something as lobora and the like, but the trauma to the victims, that's what the commissioner is saying. It's very so sad. So maybe how can those victims of these rape cases maybe find their way to report to police? Because some, they will be threatened and some will be intimidated. What message, how can you help these people to get through to the caregivers?
Very important, Ms. Nyamero, to allow the victims to get justice. So that's why I'm saying the police has got various mechanisms of reporting. We have given them the WhatsApp number. We have given them the telephone number. We also have even our Facebook account. Somebody can utilize that Facebook account to report. We also have our X handle, formerly Twitter. We also have our website. And then we have got the anonymous calls, especially when it comes to the issue of reporting criminal activities, where one can decide to be anonymous, but they must be reporting something which has happened. They must be giving the police credible information. We don't want people, Mr. Mero, who end up using the police to settle scores. People who falsely report that have been raped when they have not been raped or have been robbed. Like what happened recently in Marondera. Just imagine, in Macheke there, somebody had been sent to collect company money, and then he made a false report that he had lost over 79,000 US dollars. Yet he had shared that money, he had diverted that money with his colleagues after conniving. So we also want the public to be people of repute, to be people who are credible. Where any offenses have happened, please report. Where you have lost something, where you have duped your relative, just say so. Don't try to waste the time of the police, the resources of the government, when the police are chasing a wild a goose which has not happened at all.
Is it a crime, Commissioner, to give a false report to the police?
Certainly. You have raised something very important, Ms. Nyamaro, which I also want to reiterate and urge Zimbabweans. Let us not make false reports to the police. And the laws of the country are very clear. If you make a false report, you will certainly be charged. In terms of the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Act, Chapter 9.23, affectionately known as the code. Yeah, people are charged for making false reports.
Okay. Yes, Commissioner. I'm just receiving a message here. They are saying we report some of these suspects and they get arrested, appear in the court. But in the next 2 or 3 days, you see them, those suspects, in the community. Maybe can you help the public? What will be happening?
Yeah. I'm fully aware, Mr. Mayor. Where you realize that in the communities there, in the societies there, people sometimes are misled. Where somebody has committed an offense, be it an armed robbery, be it murder, be it stock theft, or any other criminal activity. Somebody is arrested, then the person is taken to the police, or thereafter is taken to the courts, and then within a day or two, the person comes back. And some of them, they've got the audacity to brag, to say, you thought that I was going to jail. No, I'm not going to jail because the police knows me, or I've paid something to the police. Yet the laws of the country are very clear. Once somebody is arrested by the police, the necessary evidence is gathered, the docket is compiled, and once the docket is compiled, including the issue of witnesses, it has to be submitted to the courts, the National Prosecuting Authority, and then the suspect has to appear before the courts, where the courts will decide whether to give somebody bail or not. You see, and so it does not entail that once somebody is arrested and appears in court, his case has been concluded or has been swept under the carpet. That person will have be given bail for his case to be looked into, to be presided while he is coming from home. So our message as the police to Zimbabweans is very clear. Where you see somebody who has committed an offense and that person has just gone away for 1 day or 2 days after being arrested and he comes back, please, it is in your own interest. It is very important. Go and check with the local police to verify the veracity or the authenticity of whatever he is saying. I think that will assist Zimbabweans so that people are not misled by some of these suspects or accused persons.
Okay. Commissioner vari kunyatsozviita put straight forward kuti pamwe mogwa kunetsekana kuti munhu atakasungisa akasungwa musi unobva taadzoka kwanzi kana muchitipa information tipe information yakakwana. Also as a suspect remains a suspect until proved guilty. Kuti imi mukaona kuti abuda, maybe the courts vamupachi a bail, saka imi munogona kuita follow up kutevera kuna kuti nyaya yacho yamira sei. Musangoti pamwe mapurisa azodzosa munhu wega ndade, asi kune makotsi wanoita nyaya dzavo dzavanenge vachida kuti vatevere mugwara nemarights evanhu. That's what commissioner is trying to establish and what he is trying to clarify, so that vanhu havazonetsekana kuti ko vanhu vapinda muno zvakare sei, zvakamira sei, uye vari kuti mafone numbers aya ashandisei. Commissioner, pane time imwe vanhu vanotsanangura vachiti taendesa nyaya papolice station, then maybe havasi happy nekubatwa kwaitwa kesi yavo, maybe the local police station. Ndapi matanho avanofanira kutora kuti vagutsikane kuti nyaya yavo iri kufewa zvakanaka nepolice?
You know what we expect as the Zimbabwe Republic Police, kana vanhu vachinge vamhangara nyaya dzavo, they must constantly get feedback kuudzwa kuti nyaya dzavo dziri kufamba sei. Where they are not getting the feedback, they should get in touch with the officer in charge of the local police station or the relevant police station. They can then go to the district, the officer commanding district. Then they can also engage the officer commanding province, and ultimately kana zvese zvisina kufamba, the Commissioner General of Police at the Police General Headquarters. We also want the public to get references of cases which they have reported. A reference for a case where it's reported, because it also assists in terms of making a follow-up. And above all, for the public to constantly engage even the PR department at the Police General Headquarters, so that we can make a follow-up on some of these concerns or some of these complaints.
Then, Commissioner, taita madambudziko evamwe kuti vamwe vari mabogus police officers anogona ngouya kutonzi tiri mapurisa tatokusungai, wotozona kutorerwa kana mota, watorerwa zvinhu zvako. What message can you give to the members of the public in how to handle or to deal with such cases? Very important,
Ms. Nyamero. We urge the public that if somebody comes and they says I'm a police officer, whether in uniform or not, they must also identify themselves in the form of a police identity card. And these days, the Commissioner General of Police has said all police officers should wear a name tag, which clearly identifies that this, whether it's Constable Nyamayaro or Inspector Nyamayaro, somebody can know. And also to indicate to a person the offense which they have committed. And if they are taking you to a police station, they must take you to the member in charge or the officer in charge, so that the allegations against you can be verified. We don't expect people who arrest someone and then they say, can we go to a corner and negotiate? it clearly shows that some of these people will be either bogus police officers or engaging in corrupt activities. So we want the public to seek information, to seek clarity where they don't understand some of these things. That's why I also keep on repeating. Even, for example, in Harare, people can phone Harare operations, affectionately known as Arabs, 0242 748836, 0242 748836, the national community desk number 0242 703 or the WhatsApp number, the national WhatsApp number 0712 800 197. Please utilize this number to seek clarity on some of the issues which you are not sure of, or where you feel that you are being harassed or being intimidated by somebody who claims to be a police officer.
And the Commissioner General of Police, Comrade Stephen Mtamba, vari kutsanangura kuti vakuisa ma-neck tags pama-uniform. Saka hazvina basa kuti mupurisa haana uniform kana kuti ane uniform, bvunza zita rake, take your time, nyora pasi, because munongonzi ningi watokanganwa kuti ati anonzi ani nyora pasi, musamhanyiswe, because Commissioner General of Police is very particular in such cases. Saka vari kuti kana musina kugutsikana pa police station, endai ku district. Kana musina kugutsikana pa district, endai ku province. From province munogona kuenda ku police general headquarters. Ende muri kunyatsoona kuti commissioner vakachimaster number dzacho dzese vari kudzidodomedza. Ndabatawo imwe 0242 703 631. Wakafona iyoyo hanzi unobva waseza complain kana usina kugutsikana. Okay, that was Commissioner Paul Nyathi, who is the National Police Spokesperson for the Zimbabwe Republic Police, and is also the Chief Staff Officer of the Press and Public Relations of Zimbabwe. He have put the record straight to the members of the public that you are very safe. The police officers are there to safeguard you, and if there's anything, police visibility in every area will be there. They are saying go and report and be given the satisfaction. And takaona sure the Commissioner General of Police vachita relaunch the client service charter, promising to save the members of the public wholeheartedly. For now, bye-bye for now. See you. Wish you a good holidays, accident-free, and drug and substance-free. Zero to corruption.